Assalamualaikum to Doctor. My name is Ummi Soffeah binti Mohamad Zaid, matric number 288739. The case study conducted is regarding the study of the transaction cycle. The transaction cycle consists of 3 cycles, which are expenditure, revenue, and conversion cycle. We have chosen the payroll cycle for our case study. The payroll cycle is a subset of purchasing in which the business acquires labor instead of raw materials or finished goods for selling.
Hi, my name is Izzuwa Binti Zainon. My matric number is 275703. Today, I will explain about business transaction process, payroll cycle, and physical DFD. Business transaction process. Manager Sir Cafe & Co. is responsible to collect employee bank details. After all the details complete, the manager will record management process. The way to track time and employees' attendance by using a punch card. Every month, the manager will submit a punch card report to the cafe owner for payment of staff wages to determine pay schedules. After the manager sends the staff attendance records, the cafe owner will calculate and pay the wages of all the staff. Staff wages are paid by the hour and the hourly wages are 4 ringgit per hour. All staff wages are paid through online banking by the owner of this cafe. Then, owner cafe will submit payroll payments and do filings. This is because this cafe has not yet been divided into departments. Next are supporting documents. First is job ticket. Is to track employees' attendance. Second, time card to record employees' attendance time. Third is personal action form, and fourth is employee payslip.
Now I'm going to present about table of entities. Sir Cafe & Co. payroll system, there are 6 entities involved. The cycle begins when the employees punch card for the attendance each time they clock in. The manager will then verify the correct total number of hours has been calculated. The manager will update the work in process account, and the manager will key in the data of each employee into the time card and the spreadsheet. The personnel department will send the personal action form and record the personal information of the employees. After the computer verifies the right amount is being paid and the manager had verified it, the computer will then calculate the total salary for each worker using the data from the employee master file and the salary rate. It will then create the monthly employee payroll record at the end of the month. The computer will then generate a paycheck for each employee after receiving the data from the employee record into the employee paycheck. The paycheck will then be distributed personally by the manager to each employee. A bank transfer file will be generated which contains data regarding the employee salary amount to be paid and the bank account details. The employee will then verify the total working hours being paid after receiving the paycheck from the manager. Lastly, the payroll cycle will end when the manager updates the general ledger file and record the paycheck into the file. That is all from me. Thank you.
Hi, next I will present the content diagram of payroll system of Sir Cafe. Before that, I will explain what means of the content diagram. Content diagram is show that the system under a consideration as a single high-level process, and then shows the relationship between the system has been and with the other external entities. So here we can see that content diagram is the highest level of GFD, which means by this content diagram we can illustrate that the data processing system and the external entities are source of its input, which is we can see here manager and the personnel department to its destination of its output in the payroll system. Like we can see here, right? To the employee's paycheck to employee and the employer payroll check to the bank. So we can see we can illustrate here by the content diagram is the one system under the consideration between the manager between the input, which is a manager, and the personal department in the payroll system of Sir Cafe & Co. That's all from me. Thank you.
Physical DFD. I will explain physical DFD. There are 5 main processes, which is prepare payroll, computer, update work in progress, distribute paycheck, and update general ledger. The data appears errors which represents the flow of data between resources and destination. Manager will record the punch cards to prepare payroll, hours work, time, hourly rate, all payroll records saved in computer. Then manager update work in progress in computer. After that, the computer will generate paycheck to manager and employee through online banking. Lastly, owner will update general ledger. That's all from me. Thank you.
We go to the next part is logical data flow diagram. As we know, data flow diagram is a graphical representation of data flow in any system. It is capable of illustrating incoming data flow, outgoing data flow, and stored data. Data flow diagram describes anything about how data flows through the system. So basically, logical data flow diagram mainly focuses on the system process. It illustrates how data flows in the system. Logical DFD is used in various organizations for the smooth running of system. Like in a banking software system, it is used to describe how data is moved from one entity to another. So, the logical data flow that I presented right now is a data flow for Soffeah and Co. From this, we can see that how the process of manager manage the payroll to his staff. So here we can see that in Soffeah and Co. have manager, employee, and also to give the payroll to the employee, the manager have to face some of process which are manage employees, manage job, manage salaries, and also manage deduction. So before going to that process to the entity, the manager have to choose some of small process, which is a list of employees, list of departments, list of job info, employees info, salary info, and also salary details. So within this data flow diagram or logical data flow diagram, actually it gave a lot of importance. Like data flow diagram is a simple formalism to represent the flow of data in the system. It allows a simple set of intuitive concepts and rules. It is also an elegant technique that is useful to represent the results of structured analysis of software problems as well as to represent the flow of documents in an organization. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Raihana. I will continue the presentation for the document flowchart. So, document flowcharts trace the physical flow of documents in Soffeah and Co. So, as shown in the chart, we have 4 entities of documents here, which are manager, owner or payroll, accounts payable, and also general ledger. Okay, first thing first, the manager will collect all the time cards. Then he will come up with a labor distribution summary. He then will update the employee or payroll file and report it to the owner, as the owner will oversee all the payroll process. Then the owner will reconcile, prepare paychecks, and post to employee records along with personnel action to update the payroll register and to be kept in the file. The owner will also generate pay slips and double check them before distributing them to employees. After everything is checked, he will bank in the money through online banking system. Okay, next is accounts payable. From the data in the payroll register, the owner himself will prepare vouchers for the payroll and also the slip from the bank for salary. All these are then kept in the file. Last but not least, he will post the payroll clearing account and verify the equality of debits and credits from the labor distribution summary and vouchers made. All the accounts will be updated in the general ledger and then kept in file.